Joining us right now on set to talk more about the markets and what he sees is Jason Trennert. He is the chairman and CEO of Strategas Research Partners, which is a Baird company. And Jason, we were just talking, both of us, I think, you hear so many conflicting viewpoints. It's pretty confusing out there at this point. What do you hear when you're out on the street?
Been running around since the start of the year. We have clients all over the United States, and I think this year in particular has been frustrating for both bulls and bears, both value and growth. One of the things that we're hearing more of is this idea of a no landing scenario, which I have to say personally makes me a little bit more worried that the idea that maybe the Fed could just so completely stick the landing that they could bring inflation down without having a recession. The reason why that worries me is that in the absence of QE, I think you're going to have a real business cycle, which is just a fancy way of saying inevitably you're going to have a recession at some point. And the longer it takes to get to that recession, the harder it's going to be, in my opinion.
Why? I mean, just because getting back to a business cycle should be a good thing. We've been in this crazy inflated period for it's far over a decade.
Listen, I think my own opinion is quantitative easing for over 13 years was a massive policy error that created a lot of malinvestment. It created a lot of bad behaviors among policymakers, particularly politicians, to spend money they didn't have. So it's good to get back to a real business cycle. The bad thing about it is that there will be an adjustment, I think, particularly as it relates to the stock market, because we haven't had a recession in a real way since 2008, 2009. The recession we had associated with the pandemic lasted only 2 months. The bear market.
The recession 2008 didn't feel like a normal recession to me either. Let's pray we don't get one of those again.
No, that's true. And I would say the health of the banking system is much better than it was in 2008, 2009. But I'm just saying we haven't had kind of a normal business cycle in a long, long time. And there's a lot of readjustments that need to be made. There's a lot of profitless companies. There's a lot of, I would say, the U.S. government is funding itself at absurdly low levels of interest, which in my opinion is...
What I missed?
A lot.
I did?
Yeah, I'm
sorry. Wait. Don't say this, because I think you're going to say what I was going to say next, which is you were the first person I ever remember. Tina. You're the first person I remember. I don't know if you coined it, but you're the first person I ever remember saying it.
I mean, it was originally a Margaret Thatcher thing, so I didn't coin the phrase, but I think we were the first to
Okay,
coin
you
it
have
for
the same
market.
memory I do, that he was the first one.
One of the first. But then I've had other people, they claim on a Seinfeld or a Larry David, they said they made up Cobb salad, and that wasn't true. And then remember,
he's the first
crazy
person
Peter Schiff said something about Roach Motel, and we used that, and he said he made that.
I think Bobby Valentine said he invented the rap. I don't know if you know that, but he claims, and there's a lot of people who are
are we in a new bull market?
I don't think so.
Not yet.
I don't think so. I really don't think so, Joe, because I think there's two things that are happening. One is that earnings revisions are coming down pretty dramatically for this year, but they're not coming down for next year. And I would say the chances of recession are significantly higher. And also long-term interest rates have gone up a lot. And I don't think they're going to come down anytime soon, because we were talking about it. In the absence of QE, the interest expense for the federal government is going to skyrocket over the next couple of years, which is going to mean more issuance, higher interest rates, and I think that's going to be
how much worse
adjustment.
does every